Welcome to News Politics Era. Senate Republican leader Mitch McConnell delayed to former President Donald Trump's handpicked candidates in competitive midterm races, culminating in jarring defeats and a larger Democratic majority that bucked the odds. Before we continue, please support us by clicking on the subscription button and turn on the notification bell for more reliable updates. He guarantees not to let that happen again. Demand he can actively search for quality candidates to push within the 2024 primaries. During a rare and pointed criticism of the former president, who's seeking a comeback in 2 years, McConnell aforementioned Trump's power is on the wane and asked on him to forget about the Senate primaries. Here's what I believe has changed. I believe the former president's political clout has diminished, McConnell told NBC News on Wednesday in a wide-ranging interview in his Hill office. The diminished standing has created McConnell, and by extension his allies, just like the deep-pocketed Senate Leadership Fund Super Political Action Committee, less inclined to just accept cards which will be dealt to us, he mentioned. We will do classic job with less potential interference, he said. The former president may have other things to do. McConnell additionally blamed Trump for tarnishing the party's image among crucial freelance and swing voters who rejected Republican Party Senate contenders within the states that decided the majority. He said that the party underperformed in every state, including the red state of Ohio, that Republicans narrowly won, which its performance was fatal in Arizona, New Hampshire and Georgia. We lost support that we wanted among independents and moderate Republicans, primarily regarding the view they had us as a party, mostly said by the former president, that we have a tendency to were kind of nasty and tended toward chaos, McConnell said. And oddly enough, even supposing that set of voters failed to approve of President Biden, they didn't have enough confidence in us in many instances to provide us with the population we needed. McConnell's sharp criticism raises the strain between the two GOP leaders prior a potentially chaotic 2 years for the party that faces deep divisions over governing and political strategy because it prepares to claim management of the House and appears ahead to 2024. A spokesperson for Trump didn't answer, asking for comment. McConnell defended his call not to intervene in most of the 2022 Senate primaries. He mentioned he looked at the landscape and believed he had solely 2 probabilities to select favorites against blemished candidates. In Missouri, to defeat scandal-plagued Eric Greitens, and in Alabama, to prevent reactionary Representative Mo Brooks. In the other states, Trump's support was so important we have a tendency to may have spent plenty of money, maybe making an attempt to come back up with a distinct candidate, and perhaps not succeeding, he said. And so my conclusion was that anywhere else, we had to play with the cards that were dealt. McConnell is seeking to show the page on a disastrous Senate cycle for the GOP and hook on various pickup opportunities to win large majority in 2024. Democrats are defensive 3 seats in red states and 5 additional in closely divided states. Their best hopes to flip seats are in Republican-leaning Florida and Texas. And yet, it's Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer, DNY not McConnell, who diverging confidence about winning massively in 2024. McConnell has been barred during a bitter feud with a vindictive Trump when having criticized his actions on January 6, 2021, and also the relationship presents landmines for the GOP in 2024, significantly if Trump is its nominee. McConnell acknowledges those landmines he won't endorse within the presidential primary. He has urged Trump cannot win the nomination again, however he unbroken the door receptive backing him in the election if he does. He additionally spent massive elements of 2022 feuding over strategy with Senator Rick Scott of Florida, the GOP Senate campaign chief. Scott rejects McConnell's read that Trump was the matter. He argues Republicans lost as a result of they did not provide an agenda that evokes voters. Scott even mounted a rare challenge to McConnell for the caucus's prime job and lost. Still, McConnell had his own role within the GOP underperformance this year. Exploitation aggressive parliamentary tactics, he arguably played a bigger role than anybody else in building the 6-3 conservative majority on the Supreme Court that sparked a revolt among supporters of abortion rights when it upturned Roe. Wade and Dobbs. Jackson Women's Health Organization in June. Asked repeatedly regarding the role of the Dobbs call within the GOP failures, McConnell expressed no regrets. He conceded that the ruling generated enthusiasm among Democrats, not surprisingly in the midterm election. However, he made mention GOP turnout was fine and argued that abortion wasn't the explanation. Key independents and swing voters backed Democrats. They might are ginned up some with their base, McConnell said. However, he insisted, "Our biggest drawback was candidate quality." Thanks for watching. Let us know your view in the comments section below.